ate noodles with no packet. Cereal with the can.
Ceza. Let's get into Ceza with Abaküs. Abacus, right? Y'all know what an abacus is? I do. If you guys know what an abacus is, put it in the comment section. Directed by Bunyamer. Okay, well, there's two ways this could really go. It's sci-fi and they're using green screen. If this is not done properly, the CGI, it will look cheap. So far so good. Unfortunately, this bird would not survive the space environment and would die. Alright, so we threw out the logic of biology. Alright, they did it. CGI? Good. Good job, guys. Alright, let's get back into it.
Kopmuş bazen irtibat, yok itikat, hep iltifat. Herkes olmuş akrobat, her gün aynı mıntıka. Dolmuş sanki iltihap, ayrı ayrı handikap. Payitaht, hep ben yaptım ayına. Olmuşsun sen hayına, asla değilsin şaira. Her şey olmuş gayet.
Okay, listen, there's a lot of Ceza hate. A lot of people hate Ceza. To me, he's the new artist from Turkey. Not a new artist, but at least to me, he seems new. He's from Turkey, all right? A lot of things that he's doing is very boundary pushing, and the flows and things that he does, you have to understand that he's also a veteran in the game, all right? The amount of time that he spent making music, he's able to manipulate his voice and jump on beats and make them sound really good. Now, a lot of early Ceza stuff, I'm not really a big fan of it because it's very sort of like hip-hop and it wants to be very lyrical, and I understand that. Mind you, the European mindset to making music and making rap music is more in the sense that lyrics do matter and they do speak about things that are uplifting the community. Now, a lot of times that can kind of go over the heads of artists like, Americans like us, because we're not really used to that kind of stuff. There's not a lot of substance in our music, so sometimes European artists can be a little bit overwhelming. With that being said, let's get back to the video.
Zannettim yaptın hasılat ama bir daha olmaz fasıla. Bir daha asla gelmem aklına. Akan kan
I do like the 3D aspects that are playing around in this. Usually you could put this in a program like Blender. You put the artist in a program like Blender with a green screen, and then you can add all the effects in there. But maybe they use Houdini, maybe they use Cinema 4D. There's different variations and different ways to go about it.
Benim harbiden çok bir yarış var ama kaybeden yok. Terim yapmam gerektiği an toplarım, gidip bak her yer stok. Oyun oynadın ama yine kaçtı top. Patlatmış bekçi de yok stop. Hadi gel de kop, gece no scope. Paramparça ettim ver bir not. Yakıtım bitti mi git teslim ol. Sana para yağdı bak her yer spot. Gene haram olacak o yaptığın spor. Aldın skor, tek tek hepinize verdim bir kod. Tek bir buton, oldun stone, her yer beton.
God, that double time flow. Back that video, like a back beat up. Oh, bro, that's nice actually. That's really hard.
Dönüp eski bir çağ giydim kiton. Bir mikrofon, oyunuma katıladı at bir jeton. Daim fit ol, denize düşünce sarılacağım piton. En tepeden duyuluyor bariton. Gel çık da don, shipwreckseniz hep bu torpidon. Maytap bekler patlar atom. Bunu izlerken
Bust that atom. Hey, listen, for me, first of all, let's ask the question. Let's get into this for a second, because we kind of have to know what the meaning of this song is, right? I asked you guys, what is an abacus, to put in the comments. Nobody even did that. Okay, what's it called? What is an abacus? Because I don't know. I want to know. So Gemini is going to tell me. An abacus, spelled abaküs in Turkish, is an ancient manual calculating tool used for performing arithmetic operations. Yes, this is what I remember an abacus being. Yes, it is correct. It typically considered yeah, I know what an abacus is, all right? But why? What does it mean in reference to the song? Zimbam bogap, bindom badam, bindom badam, like bing bang bagam. The reference to it is a direct lyrical jab aimed at fake, superficial, or unoriginal figures in the music industry. The core meaning comes from the main hook of the song. Yes, words. This average is calculating one by one exactly how much you are worth, what your price tag is. So the idea of people selling their souls, right? The lack of value. Ceza uses abacus as a tool for basic counting to mock his critics or lesser artists. He implies that their actual worth, talent, or substance is so small and quantifiable that it can be calculated easily beat by beat. Oh! Bars! Bars, bars, bars, bars, bars, bars, bars. Bars. Bars, bars, bars, bars, bars, bars. Alright. And then old school versus new school. As a pioneer of Turkish rap, using an ancient calculating tool, Abaku fits his old school identity, weaponizing a classic tool to count down and demise the modern hip-hop culture. Beautiful, guys. Shout out to Gemini. Sponsored by Gemini. No, I'm joking. We're not sponsored by Gemini. I just like using it. All right, let's get back to it. Now that we know that he's literally decimating the entire music game and saying, hey, you guys can be calculated like peanuts. You ain't got shit on Ceza. That's fire. Let's go.
Tütsün pipon, ben Al Capone. Başlat kick-off, patlar mekon. Farkını gösterip öyle bir gel dediler, adı bilgin. Senfoni başlasın, ol spiker tamam ama sus dingil.
Hey.
Kaç paralık bir adamsın, hesaplıyor Abaküs 1-1.
The beat is hard too.
Yaşı hiç bilmiyor B.A. Baraküs kimdir? Farkını gösterip öyle bir gel dediler, adı bilgin. Senfoni başlasın, ol spiker tamam ama sus dingil. Kaç paralık bir adamsın, hesaplıyor Abaküs 1-1.
Hey.
Tutmuyor yaşı hiç bilmiyor B.A. Baraküs kim?
I forgot to increase the volume on the last thing. Oh, first of all, location change. This is really cool. And I like how they have this sort of dreamy psychedelic effect. Have you guys ever seen Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas? This is very similar to this effect of making everybody seem like, they're hallucinating or in some sort of dreamlike state.
Bir kere de gönülden bir baksan ve de bir kenara bıraksan kavgayı. 2 kere 2 ceza eder net ama ne diyor sana olsun albayım. Bu bir yeni temaşa sen.
I'll tell you right now, I don't care how deep you are in space. This is not an outfit.
Hemenin aşağı bu nasıl müdafaa kalkayım. İkide bir günahlarla ya da sevaplarla yine bırakmam yazmayı. Giden gitti yine kalan kaldı ve de plan belli bozuk olan koptu. Kara kalem çizdi kapı kapanmazdı hemen avı bulan avı kapıyorsa ne yapalım. Paramparça kuru sıkı tabanca sırtıma bir kanca. Şunu dedi filanca bunu dedi falanca. Kazarım anca canla başla sabah akşam hep bağdayım.
Abaküs, boy! Listen, I think the end part here with the beat change, really interesting. I like that the beat became very sparse at the end. That was actually really beautiful. And I'm really loving this font.
Farkını gösterip öyle bir gel dediler adı bilgin. Tutmuyor yaşı hiç bilmiyor B.A. Baraküs kimdir? Kimdir? Kimdir?
Beautiful, man. That was really cool. I'm really digging that. I think that was actually really sick. I like how simple it was. I like the messaging behind the record and everything. And then, especially once we got to understand exactly what the nigga was saying and what it all meant. I think once you have a little bit of context, I think context is everything, right? As they say. Anyway, guys, thank you. And make sure you guys watch more of the videos here. Click there, or whatever, you foods.